Hi, and welcome back. Your 50s are when your financial focus becomes clearer. It's the decade when you take what you've built so far and make it work harder for you. The aim of this decade is confidence. My name is Melanie Davies. I'm a licensed independent financial advisor. Everything I share here is general information only. It's not personalised financial advice. So always get advice specific to your situation. My financial services guide is linked below. Okay, let's talk about superannuation positioning and becoming intentional. So by the 50s, it's worth paying closer attention to your super because the details really start to matter. It's about being deliberate with your contributions, understanding your investments inside your super fund or your investment option as retirement gets closer, and also knowing when and how you can access your money. I've got other videos on my channel that go through all of these. I'll link them for you. It's also a good time to think about investing versus debt and finding the right balance for you. And by this, I mean making it more intentional rather than guessing. Growth still matters, but so does resilience. So it's making sure your portfolio downside has strategy built into it for when markets get volatile. Another thing to think about in this decade is a clear mortgage exit strategy. So if you still have a mortgage, your 50th is the time to have a clear plan. How long will it take? Could my repayments be structured better? Is my rate still competitive? And am I using an offset account as much as I can? Another big one is retirement income modelling. This is where retirement starts to feel real, but in a good way. Instead of rough guesses, you move to real numbers. How much income you'll need and where it comes from and how long it's going to last. I'll link to my video which explains how and when you could draw a regular income from your super fund. And while we're on income generation, if you're really interested, you could even look at age pension entitlements and other government entitlements you may be eligible to receive down the track. There's also estate planning and beneficiary awareness to think about too. So check out your super beneficiaries and make sure you've notified your fund who they are. Plus check whether your beneficiaries are actually eligible to receive the funds. Have a think about ownership structures in your will as well. Who gets what from when? It's great to get an understanding of all of this and what's what and how it works. I'll link to a video where I chat to you about super nominations, the different types of nominations funds offer. There's usually 3 types, and why it needs to be updated whenever your circumstances change. So if you get married or divorced, for instance. So watch that one or skip ahead to the part that you're interested in. So in summary, your 50s are where progress comes from reducing uncertainty. It's about turning what you've built so far into something more reliable, something flexible, and aligned with the life that you want next. When this decade is done well, retirement doesn't feel daunting. It just feels like a natural, well-planned next step, something you look forward to. If this feels like where you're heading, hit save and come back as you work through it one step at a time and check out the rest of the Financial Foundations by Life Stage series to see how your priorities shift across each decade to make sure you're ticking all the right boxes. You will start to see a pattern as you work through it. And if you want more practical, realistic advice from real life, try and subscribe below and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for joining me.